So I've just watched the first episode of the Australian Big Brother, and it has reminded me how shit the UK one is, because that one just seems so much better. Like, okay, I much prefer all kind of age ranges, and I do prefer like someone who's less attractive, or just a bit of a mixture of people. So I do prefer that. I don't like Love Island because it's just too happy to, oh, come be with this person, and it's just all fake love, and it's not real. But yeah, how they've done it's kind of like a Love Island version of Big Brother. But from the first episode, it seems like Big Brother is going to be more of something that's going to be interfering. So, e.g., not getting people to be too close, but them getting close because of just general sexual attraction. Now, that's much better. I'd much rather watch that than the other way around, where you have the TV show try and force couples together, and they're together only because they want to stay on the show and not because they actually like the person. I don't like watching that. That's not appealing for me. Um, I don't like seeing people get together in general, really, because it's not really my thing. But yeah, how they've done it seems so much interesting, and more interesting, and the people seem so much full of energy, full of like, wow, I want to be here, and it's just kind of making me realize how much I hate the show. So you've got like a large disabled woman who's sort of moany and complains and isn't very interesting, but for some reason thinks that she is like a massive fan of Big Brother and really deserves to be in this place because she's a really good housemate. When I'm just thinking, why would anyone want to watch her? Um, and there's a few others that I haven't spoken about. What one was the one with the half a leg? I can't say anything too bad about him. He does have character, but he's not shining or as big as. I think though, if he was in a house full of very interesting people, I think he would be more interesting. But because the house is just very dull and very like having a glass of wine with some cheese is probably about the most interesting thing those people do. So because of that, I feel like characters that might be better just can't be better with these horrible, boring housemates. And the posh one who's very, very low in energy makes me want to commit suicide every time I listen to him, and yet people think he's funny for some reason. I'm laughing. It's just like, yeah. The the posh one that's sort of similar to him, only less a bit, a little bit more cheerful. Just I don't want to watch him. I don't want to watch him on TV. I have no interest in his life. And then the one that looks like she's been rummaging around trash bins, or just like the average person. Like, literally, I went to the club yesterday and I saw loads of girls that were just like her, exactly the same, and I'm not interested in their life. I don't care about them. I wouldn't be like, oh, let's talk to them. I'll just be like, no, they're just there, and that's it. I mean, there's just absolutely nothing interesting. There was a couple of people in the nightclub that had really interesting costumes, and you could be like, oh wow, but they also looked really good in their costumes. And then there was just some normal people that just looked like people I didn't want to know anything about. And I feel like the cast that you've got in the Big Brother house is just a bunch of people that I don't really want to get to know. I think I might have been interested in Paul until I heard him start to talk, and his accent is very quite annoying. He has probably the highest amount of energy, which is why I like him. But yeah, it's I don't know why you've done that. And okay, so let's move on. I think I might actually be able to stop watching it. I would rather watch the you. I don't know. I keep trying to find out dates and when people are going to set up a real proper worldwide Big Brother, and there's no evidence of anyone doing that. So maybe I should just wait for that. Um, I hate ITV for doing this show. I mean, I can't understand why you would do it unless it's just to get people to be interested in Big Brother again. I don't see the purpose of putting these people that have just been chosen. I swear most of them have just been chosen out of a hat, except for the Miss Universe, which obviously is done because I was supposed to, or I'm wanting to get in there, and you've got a fucking fake universe person rather than the real person, and I'm really angry at that. But she's probably one of the better characters in this, so it's like I don't want her to be in there, but I do want her to be because she's better than the rest. And I just want you to take it off. I want you to take it off the show. I want you to take it off ITV, take it off TV. anyone that would watch this obviously are just bored out their mind and just thick. That's the only thing that I could think. And I have no respect for the people who thought that it was a good idea to put that show on. But yeah, and I don't know, because I don't know if if anything is going to happen still. I would have said Halloween is definitely a good day, but then again, Halloween, in the trailers of Michael Jackson, the ghost one and the other one, okay, there's torture of the woman, yes, but or the scaring of her, but it's actually about the sort of introduction of the family being like, hey, we're all like zombies, and that is kind of how the world is, for the years, a lot of people have been doing things about me behind my back. I don't know if they know. I don't know if they knew. I don't know if they knew what they were doing, but they were zombies. People who don't really know what they're doing are like zombies. If they're doing things for money, or I still don't know which celebrities know about me, how much they know about me, and I'm pretty sure they do, and they are following me. But it is the people who are doing this. Are they actually telling the singers, or are they just waiting for the singers to somehow be told through hearsay about me? I mean, are the agencies or the production people at the top telling the singers, or are the people at the top just giving the singers money? And I don't know at what point they started to know about. I was pretty certain it was at the beginning, but I don't know. But yeah, because everything that they were doing was done not with my agreement or will or choice or anything. I think they all have hidden dark names that link with the songs and stuff, and I feel like that gets revealed at Halloween. Um, and and I think April Fool's Day actually is probably the best day to call them angels. Like I'm not calling them angels whilst they're against me. I mean, technically I am, and I have been doing that since the beginning, but I don't agree with it. Like they're not on my side. They're people who are ignoring me. But yeah, I I don't know, but I think something needs to happen soon. I would have said soon now, but that UK Big Brother is so shit that I want to get on it, but I want to get on something so much better than that. If you can just get rid of all those people in one big swoop, and then get some more interesting people like a medium or someone who's has someone, even if it's a ghost chaser or someone who's been finding ghosts for the whole of their life. I mean, that's far more interesting. Or someone with a real story to them. Like, what are the stories of these people? They just go to the bar once a week. That's about their story. Oh, I don't know, go to a champagne bar once a week. I mean, that's not an interesting person. No one wants to watch. That's not you can't be entertained by people like that. So yeah, I'm I want to get on that show, but I want you to get rid of all those people on there because they're rubbish. And then I just think that if you are going to put me on, well, why would the Australian Big Brother wait all year to release something when it's going to clash with the World Big Brother that I want to get on? America, Australia, and England are going to be the three main Big Brothers, and I wouldn't thought that they would have timed things so that they clash with what I'm going, unless my show links with them. But this was done last year, so yeah. If it lasts 30 days, then it could just be a way of saying that nothing's going to happen till December, which could be the truth. I mean, there's a big thing about the 12 days of Christmas or whatever, so maybe I get put into a World Big Brother for those 12 days of Christmas whilst I pretend to be a normal person, and then reveal who I am at Christmas. But you expose that I'm something different. I say that I'm the god of the universe, and you say that I'm just the daughter of God or something. I mean, that could kind of come at Christmas, but I need to be on beforehand. I hate Britney Spears, but I do know her birthday is the 2nd of December, and I'm really bad at remembering things. So the fact that I remember that might be a sign that something happens then, but I don't know. I don't know. I just know that I'm just waiting. I would assume though that there would be some talk, there'd be some sort of promotion that there's going to be a worldwide Big Brother, and promotion of where it's going to be. I'm assuming that if I was going to be put on a show like that, there would be some sort of information about this going out. You know, auditioners or just I don't know. That you would have thought that there would have been some promotion now or before if things don't just come out of nowhere unless the plan is to just bring this show out of nowhere and put it on Netflix or something. Um, but I don't want it to be just on Netflix. You know, I want all channels to get involved. Um, so it's a worldwide thing. My thought yesterday actually was that maybe the government does know, but the government also knows that this show is going to be the most important show in the whole of the timeline, and because it's going to be what shapes the new world. You know, it's the show is going to be about testing people to see at what level of evolution their mind is, not their body or what they look like, but how they think. You know, if I give them my truth, you know, who is going to accept my truth? And I feel like the more you are able to accept my truth, that shows the more developed you are as a person. And the less you are able to accept my truth, the less of developed you are. And of course, the more you want to mock or insult my truth, you know, that just shows that you are someone who's more inverted than, you know, that there's a test that needs to come that the world is gonna have to do, because you've all made a promise to the Bible that, you know, you'll fulfill this Bible shit. And part of the Bible shit is the test that God wants to set up using the shits on the world, in the world of the world. And yeah, you'll fail the task because you've ignored me for 10 years, and you were just doing things that were hurting me every day, and you still are doing that, and so you're still failing the task. But yeah, we need, this needs to happen, and I'm not waiting another 4 or 5 years. I mean, for one thing, I'm 38 now, or 36 actually. I'm 36 now, aren't I? Well, I'm 37 soon, and I'm getting fucking old. Okay, I'm getting old. And so yeah, that's it's going to happen, and I'm going to this show you're going to set up, and it's going to happen this year. Everything was pointing to 23. There was a lot of things pointing to 23, so that must be now. And you did that freaking 7-year covenant with that nonsense about, oh, getting the world to agree to make the world more natural, or use less gas, and you're agreeing with a bunch of people that are probably just going to completely ignore everything that you say because they don't care. They don't care. Okay, and I don't care either. I really don't care. If you want to just fuck this place over and die, well, good. I don't like any of you anyway, so it doesn't matter. It's really, really annoying, because you are not giving me any indication as to when it's going to be. Is it going to be a month? Is it going to be a week? Is it going to be a day? Nothing. And I can't believe it's been this long and you're still not giving me any help as to know when you're going to do this. And I'm getting angrier and angrier, and I don't care, because you're the ones that are going to end up paying for this. The more you piss me off, the more the world is going to get hurt by this. And the more people that get hurt by this, the more deaths there's going to be. So it's a very serious thing. But this Big Brother show that I'm going to get on is going to change the shape of the world. It's going to decide who gets to live and who gets to die. That's basically what it's about. And it will be the people themselves who make the decision. But yeah, it's a very important show. And maybe they're stopping it. Maybe the governments or whatever, whoever knows, are just thinking about their pockets and not wanting to, you can only be a ruler of a country if you have a country. Maybe that's what they're thinking. And they're worried that I'm going to take their country or their people away. I mean, technically, if there are lots of problems or suicides in the poorer countries, all the people that have survived are going to go to the countries that have more to offer, in which case the countries that are least wanted, that people least want to live in, there's not going to be that many people left in those countries, and maybe the governments of those countries don't want their country empty. I don't know. I really don't know how bad it's going to be. I just know that I want things to start as soon as possible, and maybe the governments are the ones, they're too up themselves, that they don't want the show to go ahead because they know it's going to cause chaos in their country, and they don't want that. Maybe that's it. then maybe they're stopping the show. But if that's the case, then why would ITV just say, okay, fine, we'll just continue on like normal? If you want to continue on, that's normal, that's fine. Just don't put this show on with a bunch of boring average people that don't deserve to be on TV.